Are you aware of the reality of the epidemic of poverty in Baltimore? The U.S. Census reports that nearly a quarter of Baltimore residents live below the poverty line. The census has ranked Baltimore as the sixth poorest city in America, with about 33% of the population earning an income of below $25,000 a year. The high cost of living and low job growth rates continues to strain the residents. I'm Larry Smith, and we're live at Greenmount Avenue here in Baltimore City. This is the home of Calvin Parker, a war veteran who makes minimum wage and has lost his leg at war. He gets around in an automated wheelchair. Calvin is a single parent of a 12-year-old Kenny Parker. Kenny is an honor roll student at Roland Park Elementary School. Calvin transits to work every day by the MTA mobility bus. He works at the Under Armour brand house at the Inner Harbor. He's a very diligent worker who stocks merchandise. He had a life-changing experience when he was robbed of $40 from a masked man who suddenly dashed in the store. Calvin works as hard as any other Maryland resident, but working at Under Armour for just $8.25 an hour earns him only around $14,500 per year. This is not good news when considering that he rents the apartment he lives in for $435 a month, this apartment, and does pay utilities at $125 per month. Due to this, he keeps a very tight budget to help provide for him and his son. He shops at his local Giant, often trying to find the cheapest deals possible. He only spends around $24 for him and his son every day. He retains his mindset of keeping a strict budget when shopping for phone and television plans. His Sprint and Time Warner plan together total a cost of only $30 per month. Calvin uses the St. Vincent de Paul of Baltimore shelter to his advantage and receives donations of clothes for him and his son. Calvin likes staying way under budget to be prepared for unexpected financial situations that could put him and his family in turmoil. Calvin will consider spending some of the extra cash on buying a little more food for him and his son to eat, buying cheap clothing, buying his son some school supplies, and paying for a home security system. $130 monthly disability pension and a $12,000 annual pension from the U.S. Department of Veterans to make these desires more of a reality. Calvin is one of many Baltimore residents who struggle with living at or below the poverty line. The results of the recession are still relevant, as trends show that Baltimore has a higher poverty rate within groups such as disabled males and disabled females than the entire rest of the state of Maryland itself. From 2000 to 2010, Baltimore lost 5% of its population to people who chose to work elsewhere. Experts claim that many of the city's residents who were once surviving economically have now fallen below the poverty line. This is a problem that certainly can't be overlooked.